Excellency, the Deputy Governor, and your loving wife, members of Parliament, elects who are here, members of the County Assembly elects, present, the County Commissioner and other national government officials, religious leaders, leaders and officials from civil society organizations, other leaders drawn from the entire county, members of the press, fellow Kitui citizens, wananchi wenzio wa Kitui, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this occasion. I would like to start my speech by paying gratitude to the many people who have walked with me in this journey. Alfred North Whitehead once stated that no one who achieves success does so without the help of others. The wise and confident acknowledge this help with gratitude. On that basis, I wish to start this speech by expressing my sincere gratitude to all those that have been instrumental to my re-election as a governor of the great county of Kitui. To the people of Kitui County, this is our collective victory. I thank the Almighty God because through His unconditional grace, mercy, and providence, my victory has been fought for you and by you without looking back. Without you, the overwhelming mandate to lead our great county would not have been realized. I wish to acknowledge my family for the unwavering support throughout my political career and in relation to the August 9, 2022 election. These include my late wife, children, grandchildren, parents, siblings, in-laws, and extended family. On this occasion, allow me to recognize my parents, my late father, Mr. James Malombe, who took me to school and taught me the value of hard work, innovation, and resilience. My mother, Mrs. Elizabeth Big Malombe, who is here today, impressed upon me the importance of compassion and the equitable sharing of whatever little there may be with others, as well as kindness and empathy to those in need. These qualities and values have been a cornerstone upon which I have built my personal and professional career. I also wish to take this opportunity to dedicate this victory to my late wife, Mrs. Edith Mawia Malombe. Another by the name Mashona reflects as follows, and I quote, "A virtuous spouse adds years to your life. A wise one adds decades, but a loving one adds an eternity to your life. A larger-than-life personality, Edith stood by me unconditionally through the good and changing times. In many ways, our wise counsel and support propelled and allowed me to thrive in elective politics. Until our demise late last year, Edith worked passionately alongside me towards the betterment of the lives of the people of Kitui, and with this victory, may the Lord comfort our spirit and continue resting our soul in eternal peace. To my election, review and ward committees in all the 40 counties, various support teams, supporters, and professionals throughout the county, I'm indebted to you. We ran an organized, vibrant, and efficient campaign. As a result of your tireless efforts, prayers, and resources, my bid to be the duly elected governor of Kitui County was successful. My appreciation goes to the wider democratic movement led by the party leader, His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, for the opportunity to be the party's gubernatorial flag bearer in Kitui County during the recently concluded election. I also wish to acknowledge the Azimio One Kenya Alliance presidential flag bearer, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, for his endorsement of my gubernatorial bid due to my overwhelming public display of admiration, allied by our people when he visited our county in July this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the electioneering period is now over. The hard work to reclaim, restore, and transform our beloved county begins now. John Maxwell reflects that a reliable leader always has a proven track record. Post 2017 and in the run-up to the 2022 general election, I met thousands of people across Kitui who indicated that one of their main reasons they would elect me was as a result of my track record during my tenure as an country's pioneer governor from August 2013 to March 2013 to August 2017. In that regard, allow me to highlight some of the key achievements realized by the county government of Kitui during that period when I led the county. In the 4 years that I was in office, my government demonstrated that it was possible for the county to change the outlook of its gloomy past. My term as a county's pioneer governor began with serious concerns about Kitui's destiny. There were many challenges faced then, and these will remain the key focus of our development agenda during the 2022-2027 period. These challenges include poverty, water and food shortages, mediocre education, health and sanitation standards, poor road infrastructure, inadequate mobile telephony network coverage, unemployment, particularly among the youth. As a government elected by most of our people, we had an obligation to respond to these challenges in a realistic and practical manner. As a result, the county government of Kitui had to play a more direct role in stimulating and directing investment in both our rural and urban economies, particularly in sectors with potential to enhance productivity that creates wealth and employment for our people. In the 4 years and 4 months when I served as governor, we achieved a lot. Every ward and village of the county benefited many residents from hundreds of development projects in each ward that were completed or ongoing by the time I handed over to my successor. By the time I left office in August 2017, we had implemented a total of 5,294 projects throughout the county. This is an average of 1 to 2 projects in each of the 40 wards and an average of 21 projects in each of the 247 villages under a village administrator. Under my leadership, Kitui County was proud to be a leader in many innovative, outstanding, and people-centered initiatives. The county also gained recognition nationally for various interventions and innovations. These include: 1, being the first county to partner with the then Rural Electrification Authority, REA, in Kenya shillings 250 million worthy partnership for the supply of electricity throughout the county. Kitui was also the first county to initiate the Propoa Support Program, which kept thousands of needy students from the county in school by providing them with bursaries. Kitui County was the first to launch the Community Level Infrastructure Development Program, in short known as CLEDIP, which ensured equitable distribution of county resources and development projects across all wards. The CLEDIP program was instrumental in energizing the county's rural and urban economies, ensuring local money circulation, wealth and employment creation. Kitui was also the first county to start paying stipends to early child education and development, or ECD teachers, and this relieved many parents of the heavy burden of paying fees for children enrolling in preschool primary stage. The move saw a 30% increase from 63,803 in 2013 to 88,600 in just 1 year in the number of children enrolling in school in the county, alongside providing employment opportunities to hundreds of trained ECD teachers who previously lacked predictable incomes. Kitui was also the first county to train and help in the certification of 2,000 new contractors by the National Construction Authority, or NCA, and empowering the newly trained contractors with knowledge and skill to take up jobs in and outside the county and empowering them economically. Under my leadership, the county government of Kitui encouraged and facilitated the trained contractors to associate in teams of 3 to 4 persons, resulting in the registration of 380 business partnership to enable them to be qualified for county, parastatal, and national government level tenders and contracts. 7. Kitui was awarded a trophy by the ICT Association of Kenya in 2014 for being the best county in embracing and utilizing modern ICT technology in an event which brought together county ICT ministries from the entire country. Kitui also led all 47 counties in the establishment of 19 fully fledged ICT centers. This was an addition of 5, and we left an additional 5 under construction. Kitui County also collaborated with the mobile telephony companies operating in the county, that is Safaricom, Airtel, and Orange, and took a strategic step towards upgrading 8 existing infrastructure based transmission stations, as well as adding 30 more in the county to increase mobile telephony company coverage from 30% in 2013 to 65% in 2016. Kitui County pioneered the enacting of guidelines on the election and formation of community liaison committees for better governance in the utilization of our natural and other resources. Besides the Beyond Zero by the National First Lady, Our Excellency Margaret Kenyatta, Kitui County procured 2 mobile clinics and was proactive on organizing effective Beyond Zero campaigns in all wards in the county. The campaigns were aimed at reducing maternal and newborn deaths from preventable diseases and the prevention of HIV and AIDS transmission from pregnant mothers to their unborn children. Kitui County was also the first in the country to develop its own medium-term vision, which we christened the Kitui Vision for Economic and Social Transformation, or KIVEST, which was supposed to run from 2015 to 2025. Kitui also pioneered in partnering with the Southeastern Kenya University SECU in research, innovation, and training, and in particular, they partnered in mapping out sand dams in the county's 40 wards, which were 60 per ward, bringing the entire total to 2,400. The county also provided practical and internship opportunities for SECO students in the field of healthcare. Kitui was recognized nationally for the attainment of open defecation-free status in Lower Yatak district in the Kitui sub-county in the year 2016. Kitui County, I know these are many, but I want us to listen to them. Kitui County rose from the bottom ranks in national examination to the top echelons. Within 3 years, from 2013 to 2016, this was achieved the reinitiation of transformative programs in the education sector, such as the Education Support Program or Pro-Poor Support Program, and the mentorship program, which entailed partnership with the national government in their implementation. In 2016, Kitui County pioneered in the revival of the former Kitui Arambi Show and turned it into the Kitui Agricultural and Trade Fair after 17 years of collapse, and that show used to take place in these same grounds. The Kitui County government was the country's recognized leader in setting up administrative and governance structures up to the village administrators level in the country. In 2017, the county government was in its final stages of establishing the village councils, which are in the County Governments Act, but that never came to be because we never came back to office, and it has not been done up to today. Kitui County was also acknowledged as leading in environmental conservation by raising the tree cover from 4.7% in 2013 to 7.2%. That is the forest cover. Kitui County was applauded for preparing the first balance and county budget, that is the one which we prepared in 2013-2014, when many counties were struggling in the preparation of budgets acceptable to the control of budget and the Commission for Revenue Allocation upon establishment of county governments. Finally, Kitui County was the first county to put in place a county climate information system plan for effective mainstreaming of climate change into plans, programs, and policies. 14 community-driven innovative projects were implemented in 12 wards by March 2017. I'm therefore, fellows Kitui citizens, proud that during my inaugural tenure in office, Kitui County and our people experienced impactful developmental strides. By August 2017, we had begun to break away from a past marked by abject marginalization and underdevelopment. The journey was embarked on collectively from 2013 to 2017, but stresses the importance of empowerment of our people, social cohesion, enhanced human interaction, and security in our people. It illustrates that unity of purpose among all our people, regardless of their social standing and political affiliation, to face the challenges that draw us can be mitigated and relegated to the back burner. Unfortunately, all the great things we achieved collectively were put on hold following the outcome of the 2017 general election. Owing to the stagnation and rollback in gains made in the initial 5 years of devolution, there is a lot of work to be done to ensure that the lost glory of our beloved county is restored. And this is where my 16-point vision and agenda for the development and transformation of our county comes in. The vision and agenda for the development and transformation of our county seeks to progressively implement and deliver development for the people of Kitui to improve their livelihoods and living standards. It is also meant to realize our vision of being a prosperous county with vibrant and rural and urban economies whose people enjoy a high quality of life. It is premised on transformative, inclusive, equitable, consultative and participatory leadership based on the following values and principles. 1. Efficient service delivery and an enabling socio-economic environment, motivated, qualified and competent staff, capacity building, staff welfare, including timely payment of staff salaries, accountable revenue generation and responsible budgeting, equitable development across the county, courtesy, respect and fairness to all the people of Kitui, respect to the rule of law and non-tolerance to corruption. Prompt and non-discriminatory payment to suppliers and contractors. And affirmative action to persons living with disabilities, minorities, youth, women and older persons. The vision outlines 16 sector priorities underpinned by the Kitui Vision for Economic and Social Transformation. County Integrated Development Plan 2022 to 2027, participatory preparation of the Kitui Spatial Plan and sector-specific strategies and policies, and a snapshot or a summary of the same is as follows. Agriculture. There will be intensive extension of agricultural services, the construction of 60 sand-dams in every ward, that is a total of 2,400 for the entire county, water pumps, machinery and support to farmers, 2 well-maintained and managed farm tractors for each ward, regular training of farmers on modern farming and agribusiness, and the establishment of viable livestock trading centers in each ward. Water. 1 mega dam in each sub-county. 2 large dams in each ward. 1 medium dam in each village, and boreholes in strategic points in each ward and village, including pipeline extensions. Health. Teaching and referral hospital in Kitui and Mwengi. Level 4 stores in each sub-county. In other words, a level 4 hospital in each sub-county. We have 8 of them. These are the constituencies. A level 3 hospital in each ward. A level 2 hospital in each village as well. Modern maternities in each level 2 and 3 hospitals, and an ambulance in each ward. Education. Construction of modern ECD classrooms in every public primary school, and collaboration with the national government to improve primary and secondary schools infrastructure and to install Wi-Fi in every youth polytechnic. Urban development, reinstallation and maintenance of street lights in our urban centers, installation of solar security lights or Mulikamwizi in each ward headquarters, small and upcoming trading centers, establishment of refuse collection and recycling centers, and improving water and sanitation services in each sub-county, headquarters and municipalities. These are solid waste management and water connectivity. Roads and construction sector. This will entail tarmacking or slabbing, putting concrete slabs of Kitui town, Museve, Miambani, Divini, Kiviu, Kamandio, Iko, Manzilo, Zeluni, Mumboni, Kalisasi, and the Mwingi towns, so that we can connect our two main towns. Tarmacking of many streets in ward headquarters and key towns, so that we create dustless towns and ward headquarters. Slabbing, culverting of other prioritized county roads, including Didini, Madeli, Mikuyuni, which will branch into Mutitu, Mui, and Nu, and it will also include Kakuyu, Amakalatina area, going to Mbuku up to Kase, including putting drifts in that road, which currently is very difficult to motorize. And also from Inyu, Kantuti, up to joining up to Nzangavi. Grading and improvement of security in Anzin roads. This will include Muda to Konakalit, Bukasi, Sosoma to Engam, to Kandolong, Kaningo, Hora and George Adamson Bridge, Kwabonza Mwakini, Kanyonyo, B2 Ranch, etc. Grading and putting Maram of 50 kilometers per year of county roads in each ward, and acquisition and maintenance of road construction machinery for each sub-county. These are dozers, graders, excavators, shovels, rollers, and backhoes. Trade and investment sector. This will entail operationalization and marketing of the county's 6 economic and investment zones, which are in our key vision document. And we will organize one investor conference within the first 18 months of our assuming office, that is effective today. Ensuring safe and environmental friendly operations at the stone crusher at Lower Yatta, of course, after making sure that is back in the hands of the people of that area and the people of Kitui, and establishing annual livestock auction markets in each sub-county and the construction of a storage facility in each modern market. Micro, small and medium enterprises, what will we do for them? We will install and maintain infrastructure to facilitate their 24-hour economic activities. These will include, the infrastructure will include access roads, water and sanitation facilities, street and security lighting, merchandise storage facilities, well-lit merchandise loading and offloading bays, convenient border taxi and vehicle parking facilities, facilitation and support in the acquisition of modern working equipment, e.g. fabricated kiosks, computerized wheel alignment equipment, air dressing machines, shavers, carpentry and masonry tools, and concrete mixers, among others. It will also entail capacity building on entrepreneurial and business skills in innovation, production, marketing, packaging, branding, finance, distribution, and ICT, as well as customer relations. The cooperative sector will facilitate the registration of cooperatives per sector. These sectors will include honey producers, tailoring and garment making, hide and skins, charcoal producers, etc. We'll also train and strengthen cooperative society through enforcing self-regulations in the internal operations, administrative guidelines, and application of ICT in their work operations, and provide them with support and ensure the revival of dormant cooperatives through partnership and capacity building in management, access to finance, production, and marketing. Tourism and hospitality sector. This will entail refinement and marketing of a robust and sustainable tourism circuit connecting Kitui County with the coastal region and the Mount Kenya region. Protection and conservation of and erection of entry gates for the South Kitui Game Reserve, the Mwingi North Game Reserve, the Mutomo Reptile Park, and provide incentives for private sector investors in the entire hotel and its hospitality value chain through moderate taxation, licensing fees, and land rates. Women, youth, and persons living with disability. We will be scouting and nurturing of local talents in various fields involving women, youth, and persons living with disabilities. This will include athletics, football, acting, music, modeling, drawing, and painting, among others. We will provide support and facilitate at least one self-help group in each sub-county in the formation of cooperatives in key economic sectors, including the border sector, the taxi and robotics sector, tailoring, livestock trading, weaving, fruit farmers, poultry farmers, food vendors, hire of events, antennas, entrepreneurs, chairs, tables, public address system, beekeepers, honey processors, vegetable vendors, saloonists, hawkers, car wash operators, shoe shiners, mechanics, hotels and restaurants, including bar owners and social welfare organizations. We will support persons living with disabilities to register with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, in short, NCPWD, and with the National Treasury. And thank you, the PS for the National Treasurer, Dr. Julius is here to grace our occasion, Asante Sana. So we will assist PWDs to also register with the National Treasury to enable their 5% access to government procurement opportunities, and we will ensure reservation of 20% of the county's budgeted annual procurement opportunities to them. And this, repeat, will include women, youth, and persons living with disabilities, and even older persons where necessary. We will make sure we consider our youth, both men and women, for county senior level and other employment opportunities. We'll also create space for participation of all youth, women, and people living with disabilities in the public participation forums where their voice will not go unheard. Border sector. My government will establish a division within the ministry responsible for transport. And the division will be headed and staffed by officers who appreciate the border sector and are passionate in the promotion, empowerment, and development of persons operating within the said sector. And some of the things we undertake will do to support that sector include: 1, to facilitate formation of self-help groups and circles to raise the welfare of border operators, assisting border operators access subsidized loan facilities to help them acquire motorbikes on manageable repayment terms, arranging training sessions as well as road safety sensitization programs, and is assisting them in the acquisition of motorbike licenses. D, facilitate acquisition of reflector jackets and safety aid helmets for both the operator and their passengers. Constructing more spacious border sheds with curb floors in every market center across the county. Grading of all roads and construction of drifts and installation of covers to improve border motorability. And finally, appropriately equipping our level 4 and 5 county hospitals with necessary equipment and treatment facilities just in case or in the event of accidents of people operating within this sector. The environment sector will undertake tree planting in county schools, of course in partnership with the school administrations and children and parents. And this tree planting will also be extended to riverbanks and county forests. We'll also support the planting of at least 5 trees in each homestead and will supply the seedlings free of charge. Training and sensitization on environmental conservation in collaboration with other stakeholders, including Kenya Forest Service, Kenya Water Towers Agency, and thanks, I've seen a number of directors from that particular agency where His Excellency the President appointed me to be the chair after I was not announced a winner in 2017. We'll also implement sustainable charcoal management policy because we cannot do away with charcoal burning. What we'll go for is come up with a sustainable charcoal and sand harvesting managing policy because we can't do away with sand harvesting. And we formulate and implement a sustainable mineral management policy. The energy sector will enhance household electricity connections in collaboration with REA. They have changed the name, but they are still doing the same function. Provision of solar power to off-grid social facilities, such as schools, hospitals, and youth polytechnics. Of course, in collaboration with the parents and school managements, but we will give subsidized support where necessary. Community solar access in partnership with private sector and NGOs, support community access to green energy, including biogas, solar, and wind energy. And this will be done in partnership with the national government, NGOs, CBOs, and faith-based organization. Information and communication sector will, in addition to what was done during our initial tenure in office 2013-2017, continue with the installation in collaboration with mobile telephony companies of mobile telephony masts in underserved areas of our county. We will also, this will also involve installation of boosters and modern technologies for improved network coverage where we have transbase receivers, and facilitate access to fiber optic infrastructure and use of technology in government offices and private sector entities within Kitui, Mwingi, Pavonza, and other Kitui County urban centers such as Mutomo, Ikuda, etc. Finally, security. Security is a national function, but county governments cannot run away from also collaborating and working towards ensuring security for our people. And in our case, we will make sure there are security and street lighting in our counties, towns, market centers, and public facilities, including hospitals, village polytechnics, administration offices, daycare centers, etc. In collaboration with the national government, we will enhance security within locations and villages, division and wards, and sub-counties in border areas susceptible to banditry, particularly along our borders with other counties, particularly Tana River. Operationalization of the County Policing Authority, which is provided for in the National Police Act, in partnership with the national government, and installation of CCTV monitors in the counties, 2 municipalities of Kitui and Mwingi, in partnership with the private sector and businesses operating therein. Ladies and gentlemen, breathing life into the above vision and agenda is undoubtedly an extraordinary task. And as Warren Benny states, leadership is a capacity to translate vision into reality. While the task at hand won't be easy, as I promised during the campaign period, collectively we can and we will, and by God's grace shall accomplish. I associate myself with the Cloud Sue's most popular sentiments that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. In our case, the initial step and foundation for the eventual realization of the vision and agenda for the development and transformation of our county are interventions that my government will prioritize within my first 100 days in office. Hence, fellow county citizens, I'm aware our people's expectations are very high, particularly considering the extent service delivery has deteriorated over the last 5 years. Nonetheless, we have no choice but to join hands and tackle the issues head-on. And there is no room for retreat, surrender, or quitting. In this regard, I request that you indulge and join me in the prioritization and focus on the following key developmental aspects in the next 100 days of my administration. The said developmental initiatives are a necessary and essential dose in the revival of our economy and the rekindling of our people's hopes and aspirations. These include 1, county stock taking and mapping exercise. This exercise is intended to facilitate an in-depth and clear appreciation of the county financial status, including bank balances, human resource status, including outstanding staff salaries, inventory of county assets, and pending dues and other contractual commitments. Review and ascertainment of the reports of the Assumption of Office of Governors reports concerning these matters which I've just mentioned. 2, completion of abandoned projects. We will prioritize and complete abandoned projects, including but not limited to the following. Kango water project that was to benefit over 100,000 people in Kitui South. Incomplete ECD classrooms such as one in which I visited as Sio Kereke in Sikuru Ward, as well as others in other wards, whose completion was ignored by the outgoing administration. Outpatient hospitals facilities in various sub-counties like Mutomo, Sikuru, Zombe, etc. Grading and culverting of neglected county access road, including the rehabilitation of farm and road construction machinery, which lies all over the county without maintenance, without adding value to our people. The leveling of schools playing grounds, which was started in some cases and it never progressed, and our children, as they play there, they run the risk of getting hurt. Operationalization and equipping of maternity hospitals in various sub-counties. Completion of ward administrators' offices which were left incomplete so that our officers can work in decent offices and environments. Completion of semi-finished drifts that require completion and/or major repair. Construction and progression of the Kitui Teaching and Referral Hospital and the Kitui Resource Center at Manyanyong. And finally, completion of county infrastructure works in support of the Mingi Southeastern Kenya University, that is Seku campus at Kanzoka. Kanzoka in Kivu Ward in Mwingi. In our 100 days, we will also embark and complete the formulation of our County Integrated Development Plan, or ICDP, through a consultative public participation approach. The plan will provide an overall framework for development and be the basis for sub-plans and policies that will inform the 16 sector priorities outlined in our vision. Healthcare during the first 100 days. To ensure our hospitals are stocked with necessary drugs and other non-pharmaceutical materials. To ensure people across the county access much needed healthcare services. On food security within the first 100 days, we'll identify the areas where there is serious need of food assistance and immediately convene a stakeholders meeting that will include the National Drought Management Authority, the World Food Programme, NGOs and well-wishers that can assist to ensure that the ongoing drought and starvation is addressed and no lives are lost. Provision of seeds to farmers so to enhance agriculture in need areas in the preparation for the short rains expected in October, November or thereabouts. Water security during first 100 days. We identify where there is water scarcity and to immediately institute remedial short-term measures as we work towards medium-term and long-term interventions. County employees in the first 100 days will ensure that outstanding salaries and arrears of county government employees are fully paid. And going forward to ensure that staff salaries are paid not later than 30th of every month. As was the case during my initial 2013-2017 tenure in office. 100 days as well, we constitute a technical team to look into pending bills and establish modalities for prompt payment of the same. Constitution of my government during the first 100 days. I will prioritize the constitution of my government and administration, including deployment of manpower, existing manpower for effective service delivery as may be deemed necessary. The process will be consultative per the rule of law and in line with the principles of efficiency, effectiveness, transparency, equity, fairness, and inclusivity, particularly for minorities and marginalized communities. Pending court cases, my administration will establish the financial and other implications of determined and undetermined court cases affecting the county government and develop effective modalities for engaging and addressing the same. ECD teachers during first 100 days. We will place our ECD teachers in the scheme of service for ECD teachers which have been developed and approved by SRC, and this will entail transiting them to permanent and pensionable terms. Reinstatement of county elder volunteers or CHVs. This process and of their reinstatement will include an executive order to order them back to work, those who are pushed aside, and also budgeting for their service consideration. And it will also include working towards their conversion from community health volunteers to community health workers for better and effective actualization of the Universal Health Care Program initiated by President Uhuru Kenyatta. 100 days cash for work ama kazi kwa vijana. We will initiate the once vibrant cash for work, also known as kazi kwa vijana. That will involve all active age groups, although we call it kazi kwa vijana. Ours will involve all age groups. We don't want to leave anyone behind. It is a way of addressing unemployment, manage circulation, and stimulation of the otherwise dormant rural and urban economies across our entire county. First 15 days restatement of cleaners in towns and market centers. Cleaners in our towns and market centers that were sacked by the outgoing regime will be reinstated and the number increase in a number of markets where deemed appropriate. Rehabilitation of streets and security lighting during 100 days. We will undertake systematic rehabilitation of street lighting and security lighting, including Mulikamwizi in our principal and medium level towns, as well as in our market centers. 17, dam sites and slaughterhouses siting and relocation. We will initiate a participatory and consultative framework on the siting and relocation of dam sites in our county because they are inappropriately sited and they emit a lot of smell which is uncomfortable in these towns. Also site and relocate county slaughterhouses in our major towns. 18, provision of decent working environment for hawkers and pavement traders. We will undertake a consultative initiative which will be participatory and consultative, aimed at the provision of decent working environments and structures for the protection of hawkers and pavement street vendors from the vagaries of weather like rainfall and scorching sun. This will be achieved without their displacement and the adverse compromising of their livelihoods. So wasiwe na wasiwasi, mtaondoka pale mnafanyia kazi, lakini tukiungana, tukishauriana, tutakubaliana vile tunaweza kusaidiana ili muwe na mahala pazuri ambao mnafurahia na ambao business zenu nzuri za kufanyia kazi. Then finally, to allow micro and small business to recover from the adverse business effects occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2022 August post-election economic slowdown, county levies and fees will be waived for 6 months for traders and businesses falling in this category. The impact of the loss of revenue to the county government arising from this measure is and will be more than outweighed by the employment and multiply economic effects accrued to the broader county economy. In order to address the priorities that I have outlined, there will certainly be need for the reorganization of the county budget for 2022-23 financial year. This will be effected through a supplementary budgetary framework that will require the cooperation of both the county executive and the county assembly. As I conclude, I wish to thank you for attending this auspicious occasion. I hope I can count on everyone's goodwill, continued support, and prayers as we collectively reclaim and steer our county to great heights. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless Kitui County, and God bless Kenya. Nene osidwe ilona soma kwa Kisungu kwa Kikamba kwa Kube. Beda na ende ya mnonondu iswi official speech. Ningwenda kumukedia andumaitu kwa ngedi na kwoko mwia ili museo. Mabinda mze. Abini wake. Winotanu. Winotanu ingi. Ibeti kwa zili liniwe. Aume kwa kunaike lunifiwe. Twaisia na twetikilana tukakwata na moko tukombwe kaunti ya Itu. Itumikombo ye wakunaima kobi niwe. Yuwe anini wambia. Munengie wea mwene. Natukwataniche na deputy wakwa Augustine Wambua Kanani. Etu Mukukuma. Na tukenda tutedhianisye. Onze alama na nyubiwe County Assembly ya Kitui. Alame nominate wa inisi nominations isina mbogazeti wa alame nominate wa Ola unanyubiweta Senator Witu, Senator Kiyo na inisi thank you Senator. Women County Women Rep Witu, Dr. Irene Kasalu na members ya parliament ilamu nasa kuiye na mwa tuya tukwatanite kwa niaba yenyu tuike maendeleo Kitui. Nimeona nishie kwa kweli mwena mwikio na itu kana kwa kizungu yo faithfulness na itu tuye musono cha baitu na ondu kwa u tuye musono cha netu mutokuma nitukwisa kweli wanamwanya ungi jaji kwa high court uloko kutoa biasia atutia lakini hata nani ndio nazo maana kisungu no ngwenda weta kwa kikamba ene na kwata mwanya no ngongela kangi kwa kabindani ka nimubea muno ndo wakwedukisha hotuba ya kwa ndo wakoka kwa wingi ndo mukie nikana mukusie wapiso kwitu na kosa kwa serikali kwitu na ilangu wasia kwitu ni inyumwezini nundu serikali yetu. Asante mwana kaina mwadile. Thank you.